Razer just released a new wireless gaming headset in the Barracuda X Chroma. If you all been around my channel before, you all know I absolutely loved the Barracuda headset. So in this video, I'm going to talk about, of course, the basics, the comfort, the build, the sound, the mic test, but also what are the differences? What are the improvements? What did they change with the new X Chroma? Because it's not just RGB. We got a special guest in this video today as well. But first, of course, we're gonna kick it off with comfort, and I wanna show you the weight of this headset first. It's coming at 283 grams. That's without the microphone. We slapped the microphone on there, we're gonna come in at 295 grams, and it's not heavy by any means. And as far as the dimension of these ear pads, as you can see right there, plenty long as far as the width, plenty wide as well, and plenty of depth also. Kind of goes in there a little bit. My ears never touch the inside of the drivers. These ear pads are easily replaceable as well. They just peel right off. You got the little rubber lip right there. On the inside, you got a little bit of pleather to lock in some sound, but on the outside, it is that nice sports weave soft material, super duper plush, awesome ear pads on these. And then as far as the headband up here, same type of material, and it's soft all the way from one end to the other. Now, as far as adjustability of this headset, as you see, you do have that full swivel all the way flat, a little bit in. Ear cups go in and out, and then adjustability on the headband, plenty full right there, and nice tactile steps. Like, it really holds its position. These things aren't going to accidentally budge on you, so plenty of adjustability here on the Barracudas. That combination of adjustability in pads and fabrics on this headset, it is so stinking cozy. Just taking it, putting it on your head, that clamping force is a little bit on the light side. You know what? I think I'll put it right on that medium side right there. It's not pressing into my glasses, so perfectly fine for glasses wears. I'm not getting pressure points up there. We got all that swivel and everything, but it holds its position. If I bend down to pick something up, it stays there. Now, if I sit here and shake my head, it does budge around, which I don't think many of us would be doing when we're gaming, but it's just so comfortable. It's almost like I got a beanie or a hat on. You just forget it's there, you know? It's breathable with the pads. They did everything right with the comfort here, so hands down, stinking cozy for sure. But let's not just take it from me. Let's go on and ask our special guest, which I believe he's over there gaming. He doesn't even know we're coming. So let me get this camera, and we're gonna try to hoist up. Oh, we gotta move these lights and get out of these lights right here. So let's go on and get that out of the way. Get out here. Let's go on over to his room. Yo, so you're using the Barracuda X, the Chromas. I want you to show them what you showed me. And I didn't know this. I didn't see this. But I want him to show you because he used the original Barracudas as well. It's still sitting on his desk over here. But show them what you showed me. This is really amazing. So you got to show it.
The little thing I found is that...
Let me get my mic by you here so they can... Go ahead.
Is that the older ones are like slightly smaller.
So let's show them like this so they can see. So
Like,
here's the old ones. And if you hold them up like this, the new ones are actually bigger, like the plastics, like the whole bracket over here actually goes longer than the old ones. And I didn't even know that. He goes, hey man, you know, these ones are a little bit bigger than the other ones. I said, oh, come on, what are you talking about, you know? And then he came over here and showed me. I said, holy smokes, they actually are. So for our big-headed friends out there, the new ones are definitely going to be better for you. Now, as far as the build of this headset, as you've been seeing, the entire deal is plastic, minus the adjustable bracket in there for your headband, but your forks, your ear cups, bracket up here, it's all plastic. And as far as stretching these out, I really don't get worried. That headband twists up pretty good. Your only issue you're worried about is, again, going plastic to plastic. That's what I always say in the headphones. But even when I stretch it out, I'm not seeing any give right there. If I pull it in all the way tight, I'm still not getting worried about these. I can just twist them up and they feel perfectly fine. They feel solid, but also, again, lightweight and flexible, which is that nice combination for build, which plays into that comfort as well, still being lightweight. So comfort, build, win-win so far. Now let's go and talk about features and functions, which will also do that microphone test coming up here as well, but I want to show you what you get and what's packed into the headset. First off here, so number one, you get your cable, which is USB-C to USB-C actually, very firm, sturdy cable as well. You also get an adapter, so if you don't got a C port, you can just bam, plug it in there, and then you got this little adapter, and he actually kind of changed the design of these, not that typical rectangle one. Anyways, over here, you get your dongle, which is also a nice small USB-C port. So again, if you just want to plug it in there, it's going to be good. You're not going to block any other ports or anything. And also, you can plug that into the adapter as well. Nice inclusion there. Your microphone is detachable with the included windscreen right here. And then, of course, you have your headset, which we have the black one, which you can also get in white as well. And looking on the headset, Right over here, you're gonna have your mic mute button, which it is one of the depressed spring operated ones right there. And then over here is your volume wheel, continuously rolling, tactile steps, continuously rolling top and bottom as well. Down here is your power button, USB-C port, your multi-switch button, because this headset is Bluetooth, but it's not simultaneous. It's one or the other. You just double press and it'll go to Bluetooth. It'll let you know in the headset. Double press again, go back to 2.4. And again, it does let you know in the headset. Here is your microphone port. Now the difference from this compared to the X is there is no 3.5 port on this, which is a little bit of a stinker. That would have been a nice touch, but it's a wireless headset. We're going to be using it wirelessly, right? Now, of course, you do have RGB on this as well. So let's go and fire these up here. And then as I mentioned, these are the Chroma. So you have that RGB right now. This is that full light, and I got the lights on in my room as well, but you can see it goes all the way around, and you got the logo. You actually have 6 zones in here that you can adjust on the headset. Now, another thing as far as features and functions that were changed on this headset is the battery life. It has been improved from 50 hours up to 70 hours with the RGB off right here. I leave my RGB on at 50%, just red, because it just looks awesome, right? And I never had any issues with battery life. I did have to charge it, drop down to like 20% after a few days of using, charged it up, and I'm good to go again. And I do leave my RGB on at 50%. So that battery increase is nice to see. All right, so now I want to show you the software. And while I'm showing you the software, you're hearing the microphone on the Barracuda X. Nothing tweaked, no adjustments, no enhancements or anything, just straight plugged and played, and this is what you're hearing. And I did listen to one playback, and it sounded pretty darn good. We'll see how this one sounds together. But anyways, back to the software here. As you see, you got your volume adjustable right there. Sound properties, this is in your Windows. If you want to click Atmos or Sonic sound or whatever, you can activate that. Now you got this 7.1 surround, as you can read right here. I don't mess with any of this. I don't like 7.1 sound. I like it in my EQ, dabble with it, let the game do the rest, and that's that. I'm not into this. But anyways, you have that if you want. Over here, you have your microphone, which you can see we're at 85% right now, what you're hearing. You can mute it. You can also mute it on the headset right there. And you also have mic monitoring, side tone, which I have 80%, which is really a comfortable side tone. I don't know, maybe you might say it's a little bit loud. It's right on that borderline of maybe being a little bit loud. But if you come down here to like 70, you're kind of hearing just a little bit. I feel like 80 is that comfortable zone, but it's a really nice, manageable side tone where you don't sound like you're yelling. You still hear your party. You can still hear your game. Really nice right there. Coming over here, I do wish you can adjust this on the headset, which you can't. That's one little stinker, not to point something out that I wish. But anyways, RGB, your brightness, as you were just looking over there, it's at 100%. You can see you got your switch off, and then you have some preset effects right in here. You were looking at on the cycle or the circle, whatever it was, spectrum. I usually leave mine on static red, and then you got advanced effects, Razer Chroma. I don't use that as well. I want minimal software running in the background. And then over here, you have power, and you can see right here, let you know you cannot have the power mode with mic monitoring on. So you got to come over here, have your mic monitoring off. Now you turn that off, and then you can see it adjust it right there. And wow, and now I really hear the difference with mic monitoring on after I turned it off right there. Now, one thing you are noticing in the software, and I'm not sure if I'm missing something here, but there's no EQ adjustment. So when you come over here to sound, this is really all you have. You got the 7.1 surround, which you're going to be able to dabble and tweak that a little bit, but I'm not seeing any EQ adjustments in here. Not sure if I'm missing something. But you know what? None of that really matters because we can control this headset through the Razer app on the phone. And while I'm showing you this stuff on the phone, you're now listening to the microphone connected via Bluetooth. As before, it was 2.4 via the dongle on PC. Now you're hearing it straight Bluetooth, just recording through my iPhone on voice recorder here. But anyways, going into the Razer app here, we got our Barracuda X's Chroma selected, and you can see your options here. You got Quick Connect, which is again that Bluetooth and 2.4, Do Not Disturb. So if you got it connected like this and you get a phone call, it'll come right to your headset, which is what I need, right? You talk about simultaneous Bluetooth. What I need is that phone call. And again, if you're in game and you've got your 2.4 going, but you get a phone call, bam, it will come over to your phone. Do Not Disturb will disable that so you can stay focused on your game. Me personally, always need my calls. You got game mode over here, then you got equalizer. And this is what I was talking about, how I didn't see it in the software, but you got music, game, movie, and custom. Come over here, tab it, and you can dabble with your custom right there. I kind of do the traditional smiley. I don't know why whenever I come in here, it kind of dabbles and tweaks it up a little bit by itself. Music is pretty nice. Kind of pull it up there a little bit. You see you got your bass and then your highs over here. Come back over here. I'm going to get to my custom. Click on that, and you can see you can adjust it right here. You got your preset set, but then if you want to dial it up and pull your highs up a little bit, you can. Pull this up, bam. And that's pretty much what I run, is that smiley curve, a little bit of highs, and then the bass down here a little bit, which we'll talk more about in sound. Kind of weird why I'm not seeing that in Synapse. Again, not sure if I'm missing something, but whatever. And then you have your chroma over here, which you can adjust. You got the wheel, which you guys are seeing, spectrum, your breathing, or a static light. All this can be adjusted right on the app. Then over here is just your basic settings. So a little bit of hit or miss on the PC. Again, you had that side tone that you can tweak. I'm not seeing an option to adjust side tone in the app. I wish it was. So it's kind of like, okay, the PC has this, the phone has this. Let's mesh them together and get everything on both of them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing something here, but that is strange to me. Now let's go and talk about sound of the Barracuda X Chromas. Now this headset is packing the 40mm Triforce drivers with a frequency range of 20 to 20,000. You're probably familiar with that. With other Razer headsets, the Black Sharks use 50mm Triforce drivers. Again, these are using the 40s, which they've used previously before. So again, you're probably pretty familiar with that. And you're getting that same sound signature here. It is a little bit more warm. I don't want to say bass heavy because it's not thumpy or rumbly or muddy or anything like that, but it is a little bit warmer. As you noticed in my EQ, I did pull out my highs just a little bit right there and brought that bass down. Kind of on a level like this. Still kept my smiley bit in there, but again, I dabbled it out like that just to get my highs peaking up there a little bit, which I've been playing a few more FPS games lately, which I honestly haven't for like a year, but playing Spectre in the new Call of Duty, and it sounded amazing. Nothing was overdone, nothing was too much, a grenade throw or anything like that. The dialogue was nice and crispy. In Spectre, I really got the footsteps around any type of angle, but I did notice that warmth in the background. If I was coming from, say, my Epos or a pair of headphones or the new Corsair headset out there, those were definitely geared a whole lot more towards the highs. You didn't have that back end warmth. You almost had to pull it up, which in those headsets, as you saw in my Atmos EQ, I got to pull my bass up a little bit more and dabbled my highs down, kind of opposite. You're doing the opposite right over here because this is a warmer headset, but it's not saying muddy or overly done full because again, I still had a great time playing FPS. Now, I'm not a competitive FPS player. I'm just out there having fun, but with Spectre Divide being a little bit more of a competitive type of game, I still caught myself having good directional sound around the corners or something like that. Maybe it wasn't as far around the corner as some other headsets, but I still knew when I had an enemy coming up around me. Now, Call of Duty is just chaotic. So, you know, hearing footsteps and that, it's like hit or miss, right? Because there's just so much going on around you. But it sounded good. It wasn't overdone or rumbly or jumbled anything, you know? And the thing I like about that, when a headset can do that, is it's also going to be good for a story game, right? Because you're getting that fullness, you're getting that immersion right there, you know? It's that nice middle ground where it's not too much just story or too much FPS. You're just getting a nice balanced sound. If you're a gamer that's out having fun like me, I'm not entering competitions or anything like that, you know what I mean? So as far as the sound signature of this headset, I think we're all pretty darn familiar with the 40mm Triforce drivers. Heck, even a 50mm Triforce drivers. Razer has these things just nailed down. They're doing them really good. Like maybe if they can bring them over into like graphene, ooh, that would be pretty spicy, you know what I mean? But again, with what they're packing right here, they're doing everything that you need. Again, the Triforce, you're going to get that separation of each sound. So even though it's heavier, you're still going to get your highs and your mids with that Triforce. Really love what Razer's doing here. Just a nice, balanced, manageable, comfortable, versatile sound. But again, let's not just take it from me. Let's go ask Techne Jr. All right, let me get past these lights again here. Got to move all this around. Probably making you guys motion sick here. Let's go on and get out here. Oh, Jiminy, the camera's going down. The camera, I'm stuck on cables. Okay, here. What you playing?
Call of Duty.
The Call of Duty still? What mode? Hardcore or regular? Regular. Team deathmatch? Domination?
Domination.
All right, here, let me move your... We got snug stairs over here. Let's get the camera over here. We got one more thing to talk about. All right, let me get over here. What do you think? Let me get this microphone in front of us. We're talking about sound. What's your thoughts on sound? Let's get in here just so they can see. I'm not sure how wide the camera is. What's your thoughts on the sound of the headset? Playing Call of Duty, because we're playing Call of Duty and Spectre Divide together a lot lately.
It's fine. I don't see any problems with it. The only thing is whenever we tested the range with the mic, it was fine, but I wouldn't say it's like the best.
Oh, so you're talking about whenever I walked across the house, the mic started breaking up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like whenever you got all the way to the closet, I couldn't hear you like at all.
Okay. Okay, so that's more features and functions as far as the microphone, but there we go. As far as the range of the microphone, you see it start breaking up like that. But let's focus more on the sound. So Call of Duty is obviously chaotic. There's a whole lot going on. Let's tell them about Spectre, because you know you always hear the footsteps and whatnot.
Yeah.
How'd you? Let's say this. if we're on a point, could you hear an enemy from a distance around a corner or what? Could you hear the footsteps?
Yes,
You
yes,
could?
I could.
Okay. And Call of Duty, I don't know, for me at least, I can never hear footsteps because there's so much junk going on, you know? Look, you can't focus on a video. You're trying to game here, guys, while we're trying to film.
I'm like,
oh, hey, real quick. Okay, so sound, what do you say?
it's good.
Does what you want?
Yeah.
Out of all these other you got like 4 other headsets over here.
Yeah,
they're all,
exactly.
They're all Razer as well, you Razer fanboy.
Yes.
Anyways, are you keep using this, or are you gonna go back to any of those? Recently you were using. You're gonna use that one? Okay. Like you know what we totally forgot to do? Show them your headset, because Razer sent him a cool one with the skin on it.
Yeah.
Check that out. That is super awesome with the green right there, and then up on the headband, it matches your controller. That's super cool. But no, anyways, they got these skins, and I don't know if they're selling these skins or not, but that is super darn cool there. But anyway, so I'm about to close out this video. I want your feedback on this headset. What do you think? Do you, as far as sound, comfort, everything, you like it? You don't like it? What?
I like it.
Gonna keep it? Gonna stick with it?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Razer Barracuda X Chroma Edition. Techne Junior approved?
Yes.
All right. So there we go. The Razer Barracuda X Chroma wireless gaming headset, Techne Junior approved. And as far as my opinion, with this headset coming in at $130, that's only a $30 increase from the original ones, which I believe are around $100. With the improvements you're getting here, the RGB, which you can say is gimmicky, but it looks stinking awesome, like, let's admit it, right? The improved microphone, it's a bigger size, which isn't even something they mentioned, but comparing them up, that's just a cool one that Techne Junior found right there. And then, again, the battery increase, but you also got, not simultaneous, but you can switch your Bluetooth. And the comfort's just as good as it's always been. It's been great. And with this headset coming in at $130, everything is packing, I love it. I think it's a fantastic headset. The Barracudas have always been a great headset, and they're just making them better here.